Please hold them there. Don't lift them up. Stand them alongside you or pass them back and forth. All right. Twende. That's Swahili word means let's go. Airborne Patrol. Symbol 1 calling. Jumbo Wilson, we're entering the reserve at Little Aturi Forest. Over.
Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
Roger that, Wilson. Now look to the right. You're going to see an animal that looks a lot like a zebra from the back and the bottom, but that is an okapi. And the okapi is the only known relative of the giraffe. On the left here, we have a mated pair of saddle-billed storks, the tallest stork in Africa. Stand over 5 feet tall when fully erect with a wingspan of almost 8 to 9 feet. Now, they are a mated pair that mate for life. If you have cameras, I want you to take all the pictures you want. Have that camera ready. Take a picture in a moment's notice. You never know what you're going to see, something you like. There are a few spots out here designated that we will stop for pictures, but it's only for 5 seconds. That's not long. So have the camera ready. Now, on the left-hand side across the water, very rare animal resides. Black rhinoceros. There's 2 of them over there. Now, the black rhino weighs 3,000 pounds. It has armor for skin. No known predators except for man. Less than 200 of them left in the wild because of the unbridled poaching for the horns on their noses. I'll stop right here for pictures. Ahead of us here we have a greater kudu. The gray animal standing right there. It's one of the females. Another one up in the trees of the bushes here. Now the greater kudu is the second largest of all the antelope species. Adult male goes about 750 pounds. You see laying down right here next to the stump, that's a calf, male calf. He's a little over a year old, so he's not anywhere near fully grown yet. Like I said, he will grow up to be about 750 pounds when he gets fully grown. Now, heading over to Safi River now, we're going to see some Nile hippos. Now, hippos do stay in the water most of the day. They can stay underwater for up to 8 minutes at a time without taking a single breath. Hippos really don't know how to swim. They kind of walk along the river bottom to get from place to place, and that's contrary to popular belief. They do get out at night to feed, and they eat up to 150 pounds of vegetation each and every night. We have a large male out of the water up here on the right-hand side. Now, males of hippos are pretty large. That male there weighs in at about 5,000 pounds. A baby hippo about 85 pounds, up to 85 pounds at birth. And we'll stop here for pictures, so get the cameras out. Because on either side of the truck we have hippo. We have a male hippo laying down on the right. We have several females behind the island here on the left. Now on the left-hand side on the island, there's some blackbirds up in the nest. Those are white-breasted cormorants. The white birds over there are pink-backed pelicans. Around this little turn, we're going to come to a rickety old bridge. I always tell people when you want to come into Africa, go over a bridge, cross your fingers. You never know what's going to happen. Hippo out of the water there on the left also. Also want to remind everybody of our safety rule to remain seated at all times. Very bumpy around here. And also underneath this bridge we have some very scary critters. These are the Nile crocodile. They are larger and much more aggressive than their cousin, the American alligator. These guys run 15 to 20 feet in length, and their jaws are so powerful they'll crush the bones of anything they happen to catch. Simba 1 here, Wilson. What can we do for you? Over.
Just want to let you know that my ground control has seen a lot of elephant activities in the Red Lake Pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Thanks to Tip Wilson, headed there right now. Over. Notice we're out of the forest. We're heading into the savannah. You're going to see a different set of animals in a very different ecosystem. And speaking of different, look to the right here, you're going to see a large baobab tree. That's also known as the upside down tree, losing all of its leaves during the drought season, storing water in its massive trunk in Africa. That drought may last 10 months of the year. Now, this is Savannah Overlook. I think it's one of the better views in the reserve. Now, when you look at this, remember that the Serengeti grassland system in East Africa is much larger than this. It extends hundreds of miles with literally millions of animals using it to migrate. It's where you find lions, elephants, giraffes, part of the wild Africa we're all trying so very hard to save and conserve. Now, if you look real carefully in the grass up here on the right, you're going to see a small herd of the sable antelope. See this horn sticking out here? Some more over here. The sable antelope is on the emblem for the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And the interesting thing about a sable, the darker the animal, the more dominant that animal is. You see a couple of brown ones here. Those are calves, a little over 6 months old. Straight ahead there, I'll be on the left as we turn. There is a small herd of the Patterson's eland. Now the eland are the largest antelope in Africa. Male stands well over 6 foot tall at his shoulder. Weighs about 2,000 pounds. That's the dominant male we're talking about. He's not out there now. We have 3 females out here along with one of the a male calf. We do have some Ankole cattle straight ahead. I'll stop for pictures up here. The Ankole cattle are also known as Watusi cattle. They're named after the African tribe that first domesticated them. The horns serve as large radiators. They help keep the animal cool in the hot African sun, and they're a sign of wealth in Africa. The solitary gray animal here is a water buck. It's a type of antelope that secretes an oily coat. Film that goes over the coat, I should say. It allows them to get in and out of the water very easily. They're a pretty large animal also. An adult male will grow up to be about 550 pounds. I see some more animals down at this end of the savannah. So another look at the sable antelope there on the right. See them half in and out of the bushes over there. And there's the couple baby calves right there.